Best RPG snipe of all time. Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Nice. Okay.
Yeah!
Okay.
GG, bro. That shit was nice. No, you had me there. That. Renji, why aren't you eating? No, I care about the $200. I care about that. But I don't duo with donators. Like, I don't. That's not what I do. It's not how I run my stream. You son of a bitch. Who are you? Fuck. Dude, thank you so much, man. Fuck, yeah, we could duo, man. You want to see sexy no scope? You guys ready for this? Watch, I'll show you guys ready. Oh! No way! What? What? Boy. With this very, very intricate routing. Passing. That should have been a heady, dude. I'm kind of sad about that one. Sucker ass bitch. Come on, game. Boy. With this very, very intricate routing. Passing. That should have been a heady, dude. I'm kind of sad about that one. Sucker ass bitch. Come on, game. I get scared. Summit! Let's go, baby! Good fight, Summit! I like that! I like that! I get scared. Summit! Let's go, baby! Good fight, Summit! I like that!
video titled, "This is Why I Fell Off," detailing the downfall of his career from his own perspective.
And I wanted to talk about what happened to my career. This is like a question that I get a lot. It's like, yo, what happened, Myth? Why do you have this many viewers at this point versus this point? What is going on? This is the Fortnite era. This is our peak. We come down. Genuinely, I think the main contributors to this were me not being able to keep up, hold that position as being the Fortnite guy and being like successful and competitive. As you guys know, like I got a pretty laughable competitive history in Fortnite. I didn't do well. And there are a lot of things that have to do with that. You know, one of them being I was young, man. I was 18 when all this was going on. I was super young, 18 or 19. And I was arrogant, you know, I got cocky, I had all this success, and I was like, I'm the man, you know, I'm doing I'm doing it my way. But when that happens, if you're in a position where like, you're just an arrogant ass teenager and you're getting all this success, it's gonna be easy for that success to slip out of your hands, I feel like, if you're not genuinely looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, hey, how could I improve? Who should I be listening to? How could I get help to keep this going? And that's kind of who I was. That's like a personality flaw in me though. I never wanted help. I never wanted to have to rely on somebody else for the answers. I genuinely think if I was a little bit less arrogant, was more accepting to help, I probably would have not had this decline that we see here throughout, you know, August, September into early 2019. But with that being the case, we had a decline in viewership. It happened. I had a really rough time dealing with, you know, the public words and public perspective, and being someone in this industry. You have, you know, at the caliber that I was, there's a lot of people that have their opinions, and as much as you try to not let it get to you, it got to me, man. There were a lot of moments where I would be sitting, staring at the go live button, and I would just cry. I would really break down because I knew that right as soon as I go live, I was going to get shit on. I was going to be told to myself. I was going to be told that I'm worthless and that I should quit. I'm still greatly appreciative to the success that I had and the success that I still have. Without my past, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And I genuinely think going through the highs and the lows genuinely made me a better person at the end of the day. Having everything and then getting it taken away from you, or not taken away from you, but like you losing it at your own hand, is such a humbling experience. And I am kind of happy that it happened. That was our past, but now we're here, and I'm done looking at the past. Moving over to YouTube is something that happened recently. That entire transition for me honestly feels like I'm hitting a reset button. I've had all this success and everything, but now I get to really work from the ground up and rebuild the community that I feel like I never got the opportunity to build. A lot of the people that watch me for Fortnite, and maybe you're someone that was there in the past, watch me because I was the Fortnite guy. I was crazy, I was cracked at the game or whatever. But a lot of people then didn't necessarily watch me for who I was, or were there long enough to learn about who I was.
Simple, his career was based on Fortnite. Myth's career didn't stick the landing. Around this time, Myth decided to try a new style of content on his YouTube channel and would release his first vlog. And it was a hit, with 6 million views vastly eclipsing his other gaming content at the time, a trend that would continue for his following vlog releases that month. This was a huge win for Myth. It's not uncommon for content creators to be carried by the games that they play, but Myth was showing that his audience were actually more interested in him and his personality than that of his Fortnite gameplay, which would have been a huge relief, I'm sure, considering his recent decline on Twitch. However, despite Myth's YouTube channel picking up once again, the same couldn't be said for his stream. Perhaps taking note of Exility's criticism, Myth had gone back to streaming almost entirely Fortnite, and only occasionally would play other games on stream. However, it wasn't exactly working out well, as despite devoting himself to Fortnite, Myth's viewers would start to fall sharply once again, and by mid-2019, he was now averaging under 5,000 viewers per stream. Whilst this would still make Myth one of the biggest streamers on the platform, and most streamers would be ecstatic with this kind of audience, I doubt Myth was particularly happy with these numbers, considering that it had been just 1 year since his peak in May 2018, and he'd managed to lose almost 90% of his audience. Things were changing in all aspects of Myth's life, and around this time, he would find himself moving into a brand new TSM Fortnite house. And whilst you would expect this to be a positive change, allowing Myth to freshen up his content, there was a big problem. His iconic teammates and fan favourites, Daquan and Hamlins, were nowhere to be seen. It would seem the good old days were over, and whilst Myth was still playing Fortnite regularly on stream, if there was any doubt left he wasn't an elite player anymore, it was completely gone. Proven when Myth would have a 1v1 battle with an emerging 14-year-old pro player, Clicks. And let's just say Myth got absolutely destroyed. But despite Myth's obvious decline in skill, he managed to maintain his 5,000 average viewers on Twitch and was still gaining tens of thousands of followers per month. People probably weren't watching him anymore for his gameplay ability. It was obvious he was no longer the best in the game, so boasting those kind of numbers from personality is massively impressive. Whilst maintaining his audience was good news, Myth hadn't seen any considerable upwards growth to his Twitch audience since bursting onto the scene in 2018. And with Fortnite only getting less fresh and less popular, maybe playing just that on stream wasn't such a good idea anymore. And with that said, Myth would start mixing in other games alongside Fortnite on his streams, and it was working, as Myth would finally see positive growth to his Twitch, ending the year of 2019 with an average of 8,000 viewers. Despite the growth, it still seemed unlikely that Myth could ever get back to the level of viewership and status that he once held during his peak. But that was until April 2020, where Myth would take a huge risk, and for the entire month would barely play Fortnite, streaming the game just 5 times for the entire month, instead focusing himself on a new game, Valorant. And Myth pushing Fortnite aside for Valorant would prove to pay off nicely, and his viewers would rapidly rise 5x from the previous month, seeing him average 32,000 live concurrent viewers in April, alongside gaining 600,000 new followers. It would seem Myth didn't need to stick to just Fortnite after all. It had been almost 2 years since he held this kind of viewership, and with Fortnite declining in popularity, maybe Valorant was the new gold mine. But unfortunately, the following month would see Myth's average viewers fall back down to 9,000, similar to his previous average from months past. However, there were huge positives to be taken from this. Myth had barely played Fortnite since the release of Valorant's beta, and interestingly, even after the initial burst of hype of Valorant's release, he was still averaging the same, if not more viewers than he was getting a couple months prior when he was mainly streaming Fortnite. Around this time, Myth would release a video titled "The Current State of Fortnite," hinting at how disappointed he had become with the game as of recent. And for the next 3 months, Myth would continue predominantly playing Valorant and rarely streaming Fortnite. Maybe Myth didn't need Fortnite anymore.